oxygen due to the presence of dissolved carbon dioxide. Suppose the source of carbon dioxide in water either dissolved carbon dioxide gas or bicarbonates. Bicarbonates and heating gives carbon dioxide and releases carbon dioxide and is also responsible for boiler corrosion. So suppose calcium or magnesium bicarbonates are there. So continuously boilers are heating. That's bicarbonates converted into their concerned hydroxides or carbonates and releasing carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide dissolves in water to form a weak carbonic acid. Carbon dioxide react with water, dissolved with water and form carbonic acid. Carbonic acid react with iron. It converted into the ferric carbonate, iron carbonate. With this also, boiler troubles will be occurs. Due to the formation of acids from the dissolved salts, chlorides of some inorganic salts like magnesium or calcium, which present in water, can produce hydrochloric acid and can corrode the boilers. So acid is there, they can easily corrode the boilers. So hot water having the magnesium or calcium chlorides react with water, easily dissolves in water and converted into their concerned hydroxide and releases the hydrochloric acid is formed. Formed hydrochloric acid react with boiler material in chain-like reaction. Suppose hydrochloric acid react with iron and convert. First it gives ferrous chloride. Formed ferrous chloride react with water and converted into the ferrous hydroxide. Ferrous hydroxide further react with oxygen and converted into the rust. With this also, with dissolved acids, dissolved salts also, boilers will be corroded. Due to presence of oil undergoes hydrolysis, releasing free fatty acids, leading to corrosion of the boiler. It's also leading the corrosion of the boilers. So mainly, formation of rust with dissolved oxygen, presence of dissolved carbon dioxide, formation of acids from dissolved salts, presence of oils, boiler troubles, boiler corrosion will be observed. How we can prevent? What are the preventive measures for boiler corrosion? Removal of dissolved oxygen. But for our drinking purpose, dissolved oxygen is very important factor. But for boilers, dissolved oxygen corrode the boiler. You have to remember, wherever it is required that we have to maintain. For drinking purpose, oxygen is very, very important factor. Especially in the aquatic animals, if dissolved oxygen concentration is decreased during summer, majority of the aquatic animals will be die. Even us also, for us also. Preheating. How dissolved oxygen will be removed? Simply heating of water, preheating of the water, entire oxygen will be removed. As solubility of gases decreases with increase in temperature. Usually, whenever we are heating the water temperature, at high temperature, oxygen concentration in the water is decreases. At approximately 65 degrees centigrade, completely dissolved oxygen will be removed. Preheating, we can easily remove the dissolved oxygen. Chemical treatment. Dissolved oxygen is removed through the addition of sodium sulfate or sodium sulfide or hydrazine. Sodium sulfite react with oxygen, it converted into the sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfide also react with oxygen, converted into the sodium sulfate. Hydrazine react with oxygen, it releases nitrogen gas and water. Due to this chemical treatment also, we can remove the dissolved oxygen. If we are thinking for preheating of the water, it requires much fuel. If simply we are adding some amount of sodium sulfate or sodium sulfide or hydrogen, we can remove the dissolved oxygen. Actually, hydrogen is found to be an ideal compound for removing dissolved oxygen because the products are water and nitrogen gas, which do not form hot products. But sulfate, sodium sulfate, maybe dissolves and converted into the sulfides or whatever it may be, it decomposes. Hence, hydrogen is found to be an ideal compound. Suppose while due to sodium sulfite and sodium sulfide, there is a formation of sodium sulfate which decomposes and gives sulfur dioxide. It forms sulfurous acid in the steam condensates. So further it is maybe problem. Hence, hydrogen is good or ideal compound for removing of dissolved oxygen here. Mechanical deaeration. So the water process through the perforated plates undergo deaeration at high temperatures and low pressures. Dissolved oxygen and carbon dioxide escapes. The solubility of gas in water is directly proportional to pressure and inversely proportional to temperature. Hence the water get deaerated. So boiler fed water, here vacuum pump, steel jacket, then perforated plates. Here tower is there. Deaeration. Due to deaeration, so water will be, air will be out. Mechanical deaeration of water. Then by removal of dissolved carbon dioxide, preheating by increasing temperature solubility decreases. Then chemical treatment by adding calculated quantity of ammonia or ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide react with carbon dioxide and converted into the ammonium carbonate. So mechanical deaeration. So here free heating and mechanical deaeration we can remove at the same time oxygen and carbon dioxide both. Addition of alkali. Corrosion by acids may be prevented by adding some alkalis from outside so that product acid may be neutralized. By using soft water in the boiler first, that is a good idea. If sometimes, every time we may not get soft water, by using soft water there is no problem. Everything problem is coming for boiler troubles, boiler corrosion, everything is for while we are using hot water. So this is regarding boiler corrosion. How we can prevent the boiler corrosion. Next one is the caustic embrittlement. Caustic embrittlement is the special type of boiler corrosion caused by the use of highly alkaline water. Suppose if any acids are there, if we are using alkalis excess amount, at that time also caustic embrittlement takes place, or at the same time water having any acidic basic components, caustic embrittlement will be. Caustic embrittlement means caustic. So it is special type of boiler corrosion by highly alkaline water. With this, boiler material becomes brittle and accumulation of caustic substances. Due to accumulation of caustic substances, boiler material become brittle. During softening of water by lime soda process, usually a small amount of free sodium carbonate is present. In high pressure boilers, sodium carbonate decomposes and gives sodium hydroxide. This make boiler water caustic. Sodium hydroxide is the it is the highly corrosive, caustic. Hence, sodium carbonate also known as the sodium carbonate already suppose as a softening of water in the lime soda process. Is there any some amount of sodium carbonate is there? It easily dissolves in water and converted into the sodium hydroxide, caustic soda. Then the concentration of sodium hydroxide is increased by evaporation of water and attacks the boiler material by giving sodium ferrate, which decomposes and forms rust. Sodium ferrate easily decomposes and formed as a rust. Ferric oxide, Fe3O4. Actually, this is an electrochemical phenomenon and can be explained on the basis that concentration cell is formed due to concentration difference in sodium hydroxide in the boilers, particularly at high stressed ports like joints, rivers. The dilute sodium hydroxide region in the boilers act as the cathode and the concentrated sodium hydroxide region act as an anode. Easily undergoes corrosion due to electrochemical phenomena. Suppose here see dilute sodium hydroxide region, concentrated sodium hydroxide region. Here, wherever concentrated sodium hydroxide region, I mean like joints, rivers, bends. So here easily attack on the iron and converted into the sodium ferrate. Sodium ferrate easily converted into the rust. Wherever dilute sodium hydroxide region is there, iron at plane surfaces. So there is the caustic embrittlement. So mainly caustic embrittlement is due to presence of alkali in the water, boiler fed water. How we can prevent the caustic embrittlement? By using sodium phosphate as a softening agent instead of sodium carbonate. So in the lime soda process, we are using sodium carbonate. Instead of sodium carbonate, if we can use sodium phosphate as a softening agent, we can avoid the boiler caustic embrittlement. By adding certain chemicals such as lignin and tannin to boiler water, because they block the air cracking inside the boiler. By adding sodium sulfate to boiler water, which block the minute cracks, thereby preventing the entry of sodium hydroxide solution. So these are some preventive measures. So in the boiler troubles, we discussed scale sludge formation, priming, carryover, foaming, boiler corrosion, caustic embrittlement. Caustic embrittlement.